Hey everybody, it's DisThunder from the Foosh, and it's Gomez review time, because it's been a minute. And what better way to Gomez it up than the Casino La Cucaracha Mezco 2021 summer exclusive thing. There's actually a lot of stuff to go over here. Some of it we've seen before, some of it we haven't. We see alcohol, we see tobacco. Let's talk some firearms. Now, he's not really short on firepower, but he is short on bang-bangs. We've got this new kind of Sig meets the Noisy Cricket deal. The action works on it, the suppressor comes off, and the magazine drops out too. The only thing it's lacking really is a holster. But instead we did get a cool new fire effect that, best I can describe it, this is like the best plastic approximation of like suppressed fire. It doesn't make any sense, but you can kind of see it if I point it out, right? And if the Sig Sauer Cricket ain't your thing, he also comes with the air gun we talked about with the black skulls that was featured in James Bond movies. I understand it's a requirement of YouTube action figure reviews for me to move the figure around on camera and talk about articulation so it feels like it's legitimate. So let's go ahead and do that. He moved good. He moved very good. If you've got a Gomez figure, you already know this. They're the best articulated figures in 112. And even with the smoking jacket and slacks, he still moves super good. So good, in fact, the only bad thing is you might look sideways at your John Wick figure in the display case and frown at him when you move this figure around. But there is something cool, unique here. Unlike most Gomez's that have the Mezco brand Chuck Taylors on, he has dress shoes. And one of them's got a freaking knife in it. It's actually not bad to slide that heel back and forth and move, but watch me move it like a doofus because I got it stuck and I couldn't get it back in off camera. Let's spare me awkward and move on to the watch. Now, at first glance, yeah, it's really nice looking, but you notice there's a little hole in the middle of it. And that is for these two different effects pieces. One is a flame effect, like for, say, burning a lock off of a door or something like that. But if that didn't do the job, there's always the poison gas effect you could use instead. So yeah, that makes the Rolex of Death a subtle but awesome little feature. I'll be honest, I usually skip over the hoverboards, but this one is some serious shit, and there's a lot of features to it, so I'm just going to kind of talk about it while I show some of them for you. Lots of offensive weapons like this swing-out saw blade thing, and then you see there's the add-on pieces you can put in the back. There's two pegs on the back. There's that booster effect you just saw. Then there's these like rocket pod ones that slide forward on that peg just a little bit, like from safe to arm. And the last ones are kind of like laser pistols that you can put the fire effects in as well. They all have their own little articulated pivot arms too. And it looks like there's even a couple machine gun ports in the front of this thing. I didn't even notice that till I got done. I likewise underestimated his Boombox companion, which in this case can be a fatal mistake as it conceals a rocket launcher. I like how this one looks more like a job rocker than the other Boomboxes do. Like the hoverboard, it feels like they want to make this really distinct from the other releases. And it's actually packed with a bunch of little features, like in addition to the rocket launcher, there's a bunch of panels that pop out, and there's a hidden compartment you can store the martinis in. And even though he came with a lot of other stuff, like he comes with a 3-pack of the 5 points pink skulls and stickers and stuff like that, it still feels like they went in on the Gomez accessories and made them something special. Even so, I'm a sucker for stuff like this poker chip. I like their challenge coins they do. I think that's a nice little touch. And I don't know if I'll ever open them, but the custom Mezco playing cards are kind of fun. Maybe I'll stick them next to my flashlights for when the power goes out next time. Oh, you know, I almost forgot, though. He does come with one extra head, and it has the light-up feature, which you're going to watch my sausage fingers struggle with. But it does work, and it goes through the sunglasses he comes with also, which is why I put them on. It looks very similar to the head that's on him, but there is a little bit like a raised eyebrow, The Rock kind of thing going on with this head. I will never turn down variant heads, ever. You know, we can also count this backdrop as an accessory because it came in the box, and it came in handy for doing the review because I don't have a casino playset yet. I'll be honest with you guys, this figure's a little bit bittersweet because while I like Gomez, I really like James Bond, and I'm really kind of bummed that this is probably the best James Bond figure we're ever going to get. And it's obvious this is a loving homage and send-off to old Sean Connery. And I definitely appreciate that, but if somebody wants to make a forearm kit and like a head and a neck to make this thing into Sean Connery, I'm on that in a heartbeat. I kind of hate saying that, though, because that's a failure of James Bond as a property and not a failure of this figure at all. If they had half a brain, they would license out and Mezco would be able to make us a 112 Collective official James Bond figure. So don't let that dissuade you from this guy because this is easily my favorite Gomez figure thus far. And if the pictures and stuff didn't sell you on it, it should be pretty clear. I had a ton of fun messing around with this guy. So thanks again, as always, to Mezco Toyz for helping me get one to review. And as for the rest of you, thanks for stopping by. If you like listening to me ramble and you like sausage fingers and you like me not being able to work shoe knives, go check out more stuff at Foosh DisThunder on Instagram. Take care. We'll talk again soon.